I am hiding behind the curtain with very good reason because John has flat out refused to be seen pushing a pram. And he's about to be seen pushing a pram. I got it!
We're the Newbys, a family of travellers with big dreams. I'm Tara, this is John, and this year we were joined by our little boy Crusoe. 2020 threw the world for a loop, and it sent us on a journey. Not wanting to waste a single minute or second of it, we embraced van life and travelled to over 20 countries in Europe in our self-converted camper van. With the arrival of Crusoe into the world, our priorities remain the same: to make every moment matter, to take this little family around the world and to teach our children about huge horizons, life full of opportunity and adventure around every corner. But first things first, we're going to need a bigger van. So enter Safari and on with the van build. Hit that subscribe button and join us as we make sure that this family life is nothing short of extraordinary.
It is a beautiful morning this morning. The pubs are going to open today, and of course it's just snowed. Pretty special though. Hopefully that blue sky melts the snow away, and then we can go and sit in a pub garden later on today. Of course, not allowed inside the pubs. But first, crack on with the van build.
Special delivery.
Special delivery. What have we got?
I'm proud of myself, Bev. I just walked down the street with this and a baby. There is our water tank.
Rightio. Gosh, it's quite big, isn't it?
It is big.
Quite a lot bigger than Koti's.
Way bigger.
How many litres is that?
50, I think you said. Today is Monday, the 12th of April, which in the UK means that lockdown easing has begun. The shops opened and we were able to go and have lunch in a pub. It was mega. We did also wake up to snow, but now it looks like your average slightly chilly spring evening. And after saying at the end of our last video that John was not going to work and take the day off and sit in the pub all day because of the snow, actually came and did some work in the van. But it's been slightly frustrating.
So annoying. So we've decided to have a dimmer switch with some specially purchased dimmer spotlights in the bedroom area. So the reason for that is because the little man, he's going to need in the night times probably a little bit of light, but just, you know, quiet, soft light. So we wanted instead of having a on-off type switch like we've got at the front here, we have a nice curtain to pull across there and then some dimmer lights in the back, hence the dimmer switch. This dimmer switch has got 3 cables on it, right? This one goes to the power source from the power source. This one, I think, goes to the negative, and this one goes to the light power source. It should be that simple. It's really not. I've basically spent the last 2 hours. I've blown 2 10 amp fuses and I haven't got it. I still haven't got it. I just can't work it out. That's the wiring diagram. It's really straightforward. You've got the black going to the positive on the lights. You've got a white going to the negative on the lights and of course the negative itself. And then you've got the 12 volt red power supply. I've wired it 100 times like that and it just doesn't work. Also, I've wired in the 12 volt DC fridge. Looks really fancy. By the way, people at SMAD, your dimensions are not that you put online for the size of the hole that it's supposed to go in are not correct. You're 3 millimeters out. This fridge was 3 millimeters bigger, and I made a hole that was supposed to fit exactly, and it was 3 millimeters out. It's all wired in, but you wonderful guys at SMAD have made a silent fridge, and it's cold outside, so I haven't got a Scooby-Doo whether it's turned on or not.
It's been one of those days.
How's the solar panel looking?
So we've got 13 volts, 3 bars, and the battery face is smiling.
When that gets full up, the battery face makes an unhappy face.
That's great, isn't it?
Well, it's a bit weird because you would think they would be
when it gets
happy.
full up. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought when it gets low.
No,
That
no.
is weird.
And then the lights start to flicker. So I've emailed EcoWorthy to ask them what's going on with that.
Okay.
I don't know.
The trials and tribulations of building a van.
Yeah, lots of things are a little bit like not quite right, and I can't work out why it's like that. So best thing to do is ask the professionals and get advice from those guys. Just taking the little man for a walk. Had to think about that wiring diagram, and we're back at the van. We're going to give it another go.
One last go. No luck.
No luck.
Didn't work.
Didn't work.
Let's go get a burger.
Let's go get a burger. Where are we going to go?
Open. The pub. I'm going to the pub.
Okay, all right. In this mess of a van, the next plan is to build a cupboard door right next to the fridge. It's pretty much square, just so it should be fairly straightforward. I put some beading around the edges because I think it looks fancier, a little bit nicer. But this is basically how I'm going to do it. I'll show you. Got a nice piece of wood here. It's 7 centimeters wide by 1.8 centimeters deep. That's going to make the framework of the door. And I'm going to cut it basically so that the two longer bits straight across, that's going to be 44 centimeters there and there. And then I'll fill in the gaps down the side as well. So that should give us a nice framework. I've also made super duper sure when I purchased it in the shop that it's as straight as possible. This is going to mean that the doors sit pretty flat. That's about as good as it gets, I think. Okay, you're going to measure the side bits now. I've got the top and the bottom at the top, just so that I can know exactly how long it's supposed to be. Good marker there. Okie doke, there's the door frame. Just got to put it together now. And to do that, I've got an 8mm drill bit here. And then I've got these little, I guess they're nipples if you like, and some dowel rod, and of course wood glue. There we go. I've just drilled holes in both ends of the long sides. It's the 8mm holes there. And I'm going to take these nipples, I'm just going to pop them into the holes there like that. Offer that up against there. Make sure it's square with my square, and push. So on the nipples will leave a mark where I've got to drill the hole on the other side of the wood. Okay, there are my dowels in the wood. The only thing left to do is to pop it into the holes just right there. There's the framework of the actual door. I'm going to put a piece of ply in the middle of that, but it's been sanded and it fits pretty nicely.
From our fridge, please.
You can have a drink from the fridge. What would you like?
No secco, please.
No secco?
Yeah.
Right, I think today we know that it's cold in there.
That's great.
Yesterday we didn't know that it's cold because it's a silent fridge.
There you.
There it is, darling. Did you bring a glass? Straight out the bottle then. So that dimmer switch was just hard work. In the end, I couldn't make it work. No matter what I did, it just didn't want to go. I even went over to Dad's house and had Dad have a look at it as well. We are very confident that we wired it up as it should be. So either there was something going on with the switch or there was something going on with the lights. What I've done is I found this little gadget online. It costs £6, which is considerably cheaper than the £26 that the dimmer cost. It comes with a remote control. Brilliant. I love remote control stuff. Have a look at this. On, flashing. Isn't that nice? Mode, mode. We just want the light, so we'll push light. Now we want to go 25%, 25%, 50%, 100%, and brightness, dimming it. Have a look at that. Fancy. The point here is that having dimmed lighting in the sleeping area of this van is really important to the overall look and feel for what we want to get from the van. So it wasn't something that I wanted to compromise on. I spent literally days at this desk here, at the bed, trying to work out how to wire that up. And I just, in the end, I think you just got to say, you know, Hakuna Matata, just give up and move on and find a different solution. So that's what I've done. I think we've got some wildlife coming and visiting us. That is a female pheasant. Look. all sorts in car parks around here. I have been forced out this morning with the pram. I'm not a big pram fan. I feel a bit silly pushing one of those things around, but it does mean that Crusoe's been able to come to work with me this morning. He's got a lovely setting. The sky is blue, wonderful, and I am now working on some gnarly angles. So all of the curves in the van are going to be very cool, but it does mean that there is a little bit of, well, let's say a little bit of fiddling around to be done. So this corner right now I'm working on, I have a good idea. Take a piece of cardboard, cut the cardboard to the right shape. So I've cut cardboard that fits that angle there. So kind of a template, if you like. There it is, pop flat. I'm gonna get some wood, I'm gonna draw around the cardboard, then I'm gonna cut it out and fit it. Easy peasy. There you have it, all done. Just need to do the other side now.
We've reached a super exciting moment in the van build.
We have, behind us, is a lot of wood.
Yup. And it's time to start looking at the interiors, which is kind of where I come in, which is cool because I can do it from home when I'm looking after Crusoe.
So we're thinking about what colour do we want to paint the wood and what kind of colour schemes are we going to have inside the van. The van isn't really finished yet, but it's never too early to start thinking about these things. We've definitely got a style and a design going on at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got Crusoe with us.
Obviously.
Little
man.
Yeah, he's got his eyes wide open. He's very excited. One of the things that is really sort of important at the moment is getting some paint and some varnish on that wood as soon as possible. It's likely to crack and warp if we don't get some paint and some varnish on it.
So off to the shops we go.
Off to the shops we go.
Varnish and the stain for the kitchen counter. Yeah.
That is the paint sorted. We've gone for a Farrell and Ball colour.
Yep.
What's it called?
It's number 47, green smoke. It's the same one we have in our kitchen at home.
Which is a nice colour. We like that colour.
And it goes with the sort of safari feel we're going for in the van, so I'm excited. Green smoke, oak effect, pine, lovely.
Lovely. Turning around and face the other way, I think. He wants to see where he's going. Off we go.
I think that's a good one in the back of the cushion, isn't it? Back of the chair.
The blue, yeah.
Nice neutral tones.
Need the Gorilla Glue. Have a look. What does it say on it? Is there flexible? Are we going dark oak or medium?
Medium, I think.
Okay, interior varnish with a diamond hard finish. Crusoe, can you hold that? There we go, little man. You just take care of that bit.
Any attention to the fact that the brand of the cushion is Novan.
That's cool, man.
Such a pain, isn't it, that before you can do anything fun like painting and decorating, you've got to clean. buddy. Crusoe's actually awake for this inspection.
Yeah.
Hey,
Good timing, little Crusoe.
are you impressed?
What do you think? Got some green going on now. Nope, that's not going to work.
As well.
Yeah, it's the wrong colour, man. It's green.
Why is it green?
I don't know.
That looks like the stuff that comes out of Crusoe's nappy.
It does, doesn't it? So on the tin it does exactly what it says on the tin. But I've got to tell you, that green colour that's coming out of this tin doesn't look anything like what's on the tin. We're going to have to go back to the shops.
So these are the two options that we've tried so far. These are for our kitchen worktops, and that is a dark oak stain, and that's supposedly a medium oak stain, which has come out kind of sludge green. Neither of them are perfect or what we're looking for, so we're going to have to go back to the shops and see what else we can find.
Right, so the boys are off. I've got editing to do.
Yeah, we got the green paint that shouldn't be green. And we
Take
are
that
heading
bad boy back.
to the shop.
See you later.
In the end, I went all the way back to the hardware store to buy a different colour. This time we chose French oak over light oak, and it's green again. I'm just really unhappy with the colour. So I've decided to mix my own colour out of a couple of old pots that I got and the new French oak. I think it's going to be better. Well, that's us just finished chit-chatting about whether we should paint green stripes all over the van.
Tune in next week to see what we decide. But thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate having you here. We are releasing new videos from our build every Sunday, so make sure you hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to our channel.
Please, yep, that would be great.
And we'll see you next Sunday.
Yeah, and then the Sunday after that, maybe we can go travelling.
Fingers crossed.